Hello, welcome to Yoga with Sandra. Today, I invite you to bring a block with you to practice. So we are going to play with crow pose a little bit today. That doesn't mean you have to do an arm balance, doesn't mean you have to get all the way into it. If you want to, you can. And we will bring a block to aid in that a little bit. But we'll start with just grounding down into the sit bones, lifting up nice and tall. See if you can grow a half an inch. Really lift up through the staircase of the spine, making space between each vertebrae. Roll the shoulders back and down. Find your tallest posture, drawing your navel in and relaxing as you breathe. And then we'll take the hands next to your face and inhale, lift up, reach for the sky. And exhale, twist to your left. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist to your right. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, take those hands back down, nice and easy. We'll take the legs out in front, but not straight. Keep your knees bent. Ground into your sit bones. Lift up tall, sit tall. And we'll fold forward and just relax down and lift the head. And we'll lift back up. This time we're going to take our arms out. Bend the elbows and find your triceps on your knees. So we're sitting, we're going to round the back, spread the shoulder blades wide. And guess what? This is crow pose sitting. Almost. Rounding your back, pulling your navel in and up, lifting your pelvic floor, knees on the elbow, on the triceps. And we'll roll up and we're going to turn. Well, you might not need to turn. I need to turn to lay down. And we're going to just light up the core here. So bring the knees wide and the toes together. Hands behind your head. Lift your chest. So you're lifting your shoulder blades up off the mat. And then lift your toes. Let them just float up. So your knees are wide. And we're going to crunch here. So little lift, little lift, little lift. Try to keep your gaze up towards the sky. So your chin is not crunching into your chest. Using your belly, pulling it in towards the mat. Imagine you're trying to pin your belly button to the mat. Elbows stay out wide so you cannot see them in your peripheral vision. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here, drop the toes down, and lift, and down, and lift, and down, and lift. Keep moving with your breath. Keep that belly pulled in towards the spine. And 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it up. Bring your knees in, and we're going to crunch the knees towards the elbows. So again, you're finding that crow space, your triceps to the knees. And then tap down. And squeeze in, and tap down. Move with your breath. On every squeeze, you exhale. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good job. Relax down. Pull the knees into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Rotate the ankles one way and then the other. And then take your feet up. Maybe take hold of the outside edges of your feet and find happy baby. Yeah, rock a little side to side. And then keeping the feet where they are, take the arms up, triceps to the knees. And here we are. Lift the head, lift the chest. So we're just practicing this shape in different positions so that the shape is familiar in your body. You're rounding your back, you're pulling your navel in, you're lifting the pelvic floor. Then take your toes, point them, and squeeze your heels to your glutes. Holding here. And then take thumbs up, we're going to pulse here. Little lift. So let your triceps slide up your knees. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good job. Relax down. Hold on to your hamstrings. We'll rock and roll up the length of the spine. Getting a massage on the back. And then as you're ready, you can cross your ankles and come forward onto all fours. And center yourself on the mat. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Take a cat-cow. Drop your belly, look forward. Oh, feel that stretch in the abdominals. And then round the back, spread the shoulder blades wide. Press away from your mat, claw into your fingertips. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll slide the right toes back. Stretch through that calf, so really push that heel back. Remember, we're going to squeeze the knee in towards the tricep. And take it back. Then squeeze it in and take it back. Pull your navel in every time. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Take the knee back down. Curl the left toes under, send them back. Really reach through that heel. Stretching the calf. Pressing into your fingers. And then left knee towards left tricep. Here we go. Squeeze it in and back. And in and back. And in and back. Tap it to your tricep if you can. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Take that knee down. Knees out wide. Big toes touch. Send your hips back. Reach forward. Extended child's pose. We're stretching through the shoulders. Relaxing the head down. You can rock a little side to side on your brow bone. Well, you're going to go ahead and lift the hips up. Lock your hands out. Knees in, curl the toes under, and then slowly, with control, with emphasis and integrity and attention to the details, pull the navel in, lift the pelvic floor, and lift up into downward facing dog. Clawing into your fingerprints. Really use these fingers. We're going to use them today when we try crow, so we need to use them as brakes. So we're really going to practice clawing into those fingertips. We're going to inhale, take the right leg up, three-legged dogs. And then exhale, shift forward, knee to tricep. And lift it up. And squeeze it in, knee to tricep. And lift it up. And one more time, knee to tricep. Lift it up and back down, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Squeeze it in, knee to tricep. Kick it up. Squeeze it in. One more, kick it up. Squeeze it in. Kick it up. And that foot comes down. Come down to your knees. Send your hips back. You're going to sit on your shins and take your hands forward. Drop the fingers down. Stretching through the wrists. And we'll rotate the wrists. One way and then the other. All right, we're just going to pay attention here to the hands. So just on all fours, again, clawing into those fingerprints, like start here up on your fingers. And look how much attention you have to give to your fingers if you're tenting your palms. And then you can slowly start to come down and lift up. And down and lift. And down and lift. Really think about lifting up out of the center of the palm, like a suction, you can make a sound. So think about that suction coming up out of the middle of your palm and all the energy is in your fingers. So we're just practicing that, pulling up, pressing the fingers into the mat, pulling the center of the palm up into a little tent. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Sit back on your heels. Take those hands forward. Drop the fingers down. Rotate your wrists one way and then the other. All right. Inhale, take the arms up, reach for the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. So just reach the right hand back. And inhale, lift. And exhale, twist to the left. Nice. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, take those hands down. We're going to find downward facing dog. We're clawing into the fingerprints. So imagine you almost tenting the palms, getting that suction out of that center of the palm. Lifting the tailbone up nice and high, pointing it towards the ceiling. Pressing away from your mat, taking your chest closer to your thighs, working into that downward facing dog. And then inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, lift it up and lower it down. Left side. Left leg up. Exhale, squeeze forward. Inhale up and exhale down. Right leg. Lift. Squeeze, knee to tricep. Lift and down. Left side. Lift and squeeze and lift and down. Right side one more time. Lift. Squeeze it in and lift and down. One more on the left. Lift. Claw the fingertips as you go. And up and down. Good. Bend the knees. Walk the hands back. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Relax your head down. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Very early. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Take those arms out wide. And exhale, hands to your side, mountain pose. And then we're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands come down. Think about your triceps coming down in front of your knees. So maybe you need to walk your feet out, get them hip distance apart. And just walk back and forth on your toes. Toes to heels. Toes to heels. Fingertips down. Just walking, just shifting the weight as far as you feel comfortable. And feel your fingertips breaking you, like keeping you from reaching too far forward. You use your fingertips as brakes as you lift those heels. And 4 and 3 and 2. Fingertips are brakes. Keep them there. Yes. And relax the head down. Slowly roll up. Take the arms up. Reach for the sky. And exhale, mountain pose. Nice work. All right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out to plank. Break those heels back, clawing into your fingerprints. Shift forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. Right knee in, left knee in. So this is this mindful mountain climbers, nice and slow, using your core, spreading your shoulder blades wide. And we'll go ahead and relax the knees down. All right, plank. Shifting forward and back. Then we'll walk the toes in, more than downward dog, up into a pike. So you're really pointing the hips up, pointing the tailbone up. Pike, 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 and then drop the knees down. And tailbone up, and drop the knees down. Tailbone up, lift, 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 lift. Lower down. Lift as high as you can. And down. And lift up, up, up. And down. Okay. So what we're going to do for crow is pretty much all the things we just did. We're going to think about the hands. We're going to press into the fingerprints. We're going to round the upper back. We're going to lift the pelvic floor, pull the navel in, and see if we can launch a little bit. Now, if you want to grab a pillow, you can grab a pillow. If you're nervous about falling forward on your face, grab a pillow, and then you don't have to be nervous. If you want to use a block to bring the ground up to you, you could. You use it like a little perch. And that'll make it a little less far for you to go. So here's your perch. Lift your hands down, kind of shoulder distance apart, pressing into those fingers, knees at the triceps, and just start to shift forward. Shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. Look forward and come back. And you're working to lift those hips up nice and high. So you're on your little perch, lift your hips up, 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 and then shift forward, shift forward, shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. And let's come back. Again, hips up, shift forward. Maybe you lift a toe. Maybe you lift the other toe. Squeeze the heel to the glutes. Navel and pelvic floor lifts. Okay? So you can play with that a little bit. Shifting forward, but lifting those hips up nice and high. Shift, 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 shift. So you want to think about stacking your bones. We talk about stacking your bones a lot. You want your elbow over your wrist. You're going to have to shift forward so far that your elbow goes over your wrist. Looking forward, lift a toe. Maybe you lift the other toe. Maybe you lift both toes. You can do this without the block, with or without a pillow. If you don't have a block, again, we're lifting up nice and high. So hips up, pelvic floor lifts, belly button in, shifting forward, shifting forward, shifting forward, looking forward. Maybe you lift one toe. Maybe you lift the other toe. Okay, so we're playing in crow, Bakasana. And maybe you take a little break, you shift a little side to side, you rotate your wrists. So if you launch into crow and it's like, oh, wrists are tired, come back out of it. And you can always be here. You can always just play. Like, I'm not ready for this arm balance, but I'm going to start working toward it. So I'm just going to be lifting my hips and shifting. Lifting my hips and shifting. Shift forward, shift forward, shift forward. Elbows stack over wrists. Gaze forward. Start to float the feet up. Squeeze the heels to the glutes. And I'm just a month out of my cast for my broken wrist. So I am, just being gentle with myself. So listen to your own body and what you are capable of today. And maybe that's flight, and maybe it's not. And maybe it's flight for a second. Use your heels up to your glutes as high as you can. Play with it. Fingertips are breaks. And good. You can always pause the video and work on this more if you want. But we're going to come out of it here and come to lie down. Relax the head down. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Rock a little side to side. Then let the feet come down to the edges of the mat and the knees come together. And we'll take the arms up and rotate the wrists. One way and then the other. Big reach. Big rotate. Whatever feels good here. So if your wrists are tired, you're like, oh, yes. All right, arms up overhead. Nice and long. Send the legs out. Full body stretch. Reach with the fingers, point the toes. Nice full body experience. And we'll pull the right knee in, squeeze it in, and then take it across to the left side. Right arm up to the right side. Oh, nice supine twist. And back up to center. Switch the legs. Left knee comes in. And supine twist. Left arm out to the left side. Lots of space, trying to create as big a twist as you can by really pulling the left shoulder down towards the floor and the left knee down towards the floor. And you can use your hand to kind of gently press into it a little bit deeper. And we'll come back to center. Pull both knees into the chest and come into happy baby. Hands grab the outside edges of the feet. We can rock a little side to side. Shoulders come down. And maybe we take hold of the big toes of the peace fingers and thumbs, and maybe we find a little playtime. Nice job. Relax the feet down to the mat. Knees fall together. You can take your hands to your hip points. Snuggle your shoulder blades under you. Take a breath. Nice job. Good work. Crow is not easy. It's kind of a beast for a lot of people. And any arm balances usually are challenging. So don't be hard on yourself. No self-critics. Just like, hey, I showed up. I gave it a shot. And if you launched, great. And if you didn't, also great. All good. All right, we're going to turn to the side, come through fetal position, press yourself up into a seat, and be proud of yourself. This was not an easy thing to do. And if you did it, great. And if you didn't, you learned something, hopefully. You made progress, hopefully. And the bottom line is you showed up and you did great. So thanks for coming. Pick another video. Let's do something showing up for ourselves every day. So I have a lot of short videos, so you can make it a daily practice without investing too much time if you're busy. So thank you for showing up today for yourself. And please like, subscribe, comment, share all the things that will help grow this channel. Have a great day. Namaste.